Story 1. Yes, I think so. I always receive compliments, and people are generally very nice to me, which is pretty privilege, but I don't know what it's worth when I'm struggling with depression. I'd rather be ugly and unshakably happy. Story 2. Honestly, I think I'm just okay. I know I'm not wretched looking, but I know I'm no supermodel. I think I'm pretty average, with occasional shifts depending on the day or my mood moving me a little above or below. But I think I'm just decent. I'm not my own cup of tea, but I do understand that there are people out there who really like the tea that I am. I appreciate their appreciation of me, but for myself, I'm all right. I think that's a reasonable attraction level. Keeps me humble and down to earth. Story 3. I am a little bit. It depends on my confidence. I just got a haircut. I feel rested, decent work-life balance, enjoying hobbies, having good relationships with my family and friends lately. I feel better, and in turn, my attractiveness is doing its job on its own. But when I'm depressed and mad at myself, and on a drag, I'll say I'm ugly, but I know that isn't true. Attitude is everything. Story 4. I think I could be decent, but I'm out of shape and don't really do my hair, makeup, nails, or skincare. I think if I put in more effort, I could be good looking, but I just don't really care that much. Story 5. I was a homely kid, started being attractive at about age 16, was pretty until about age 55 when I stopped caring about stuff like that. I found being pretty was fun, but being an old hag is quite nice too, as I am basically invisible to many, and I like that. It's also good to get away from all the plucking and hair coloring and so on. Used to be attractive, now happy not being so. Story 6. Yes and no. I don't get asked out. People seem to have no interest in dating me, but sometimes my guy friends tell me I'm attractive. However, men have notoriously low standards, so I don't know if that can be trusted. Also, I read an article back in 2009 that said people tend to flock to others who are at their same level of attractiveness, and my friends are gorgeous. So, if that one study from my youth is true, then I must be gorgeous too. I also decided at some point that it just doesn't matter. My body exists to be functional and, other than not being able to reach anything on the top shelf, it functions well for me. Story 7. I think I'm pretty, but I feel like I'm a particular type, so it's in the eyes of the beholder. I'm 5 feet 3 inches, 180 pounds, thick and curvy, with freckles, hazel eyes, and strawberry blonde hair. I also never wear makeup because I'm lazy and can't be bothered. The lowest rating I've ever received was a 7, so that gives me high hopes. Story 8. I think I'm slightly below average. People won't say I'm ugly or look weird, but I feel like I'm someone average-looking people will settle for. As for why I think so, well, I've gone 30 years without anyone showing any interest in me, so there's that. Story 9. I think I am all right. I like to think I am cute, but I am young, and everyone nowadays is super pretty, so it makes me feel like I am not. I am fine, but compared to the people in my generation and at my school, I definitely am not. Story 10. I think I look fine. Not amazing, but not ugly either. I usually look pretty good in real life, but photos almost always do me dirty. I am just not photogenic. Story 11. Yep. I've been approached by strangers in public more times than I can count. I don't struggle with online dating. I'm not get through life on my looks gorgeous, but I'm definitely get away with some bad behavior and off-color comments. Cute. Story 12. I know I am not. I'm a nice 2 on the scale. I do not have anything that ticks the boxes for attractive but do tick plenty for ugly. Still ended up getting married, so who cares really? Story 13. Yes, I got free stuff from people, specifically men. They do beg to have a reply back to me. Got a lot of compliments and stares from people whenever I go out. There's one time the cashier told me I look like a Barbie. Story 14. I think 5.0 to 5.6 range. Market arguably has me lower. Biggest strikes against me are being around 5 feet 8 inches and bald or shaved. Pros are nice eyes, or so I'm occasionally told, fantastic arms, and can grow a good beard. Story 15. I really don't know at this point. I mean, I'm really tall and physically fit, but I'm really ugly in face and personality. For a long time, I was an incel, but my fiancé is such an attractive and cute guy. He literally looks like a model. I must have some attractiveness for him to notice me romantically and even more so for him to agree to marry me. Story 16. I am not conventionally attractive. I have a very angry-looking face, as I have been told. I am also kind of stocky from years of weight gain, and my teeth are messed up. But it is okay. I have someone who loves me anyway. You are somebody's cup of tea out there in the world. Story 17. I'm not. I do not meet any contemporary male attractiveness standards, and it's okay. I'm a decent person, honest, and I try to have integrity and do the right thing. No one will ever call me hot. Some people may say I'm cool, but very few will ever say I'm awful. So I have got that going for me. Story 18. I do actually. After years of feeling ugly, even when people were telling me I was the opposite, I've actually started to believe it these last couple of years. Story 19. Yes, I am, because I have a specific kind of look that is the subject of a lot of folk songs, even though that was kind of why I got teased a lot as a kid. I have fair skin, red chubby cheeks, black eyes, eyebrows, and long black hair. Story 20. I'm a straight white guy. I've never had a single girl hit on me, but I'm often hit on by gay men. It's not a rare thing, usually at least a few times a month. So I don't know. I'm apparently unattractive to girls and look gay. Story 21. I think looks-wise I'm a 5. I have a nice face, but I'm considerably overweight. However, I dress well. I'm also very funny, reasonably intelligent, empathetic, and engaging. I have interesting hobbies to talk about. I'm a very good dad to my daughter, and people notice that. Women notice that. Oh my God, do women notice that? I'd never cheat on my wife, but being out and about where it's just you and your kid, and you're a competent father, women approach you constantly. Despite being roughly 50 pounds overweight for my entire adulthood, I've never struggled to attract women. My wife is stunning. I'm used to people telling me I batted way out of my league. I should lose weight for my health, but I don't really care when it comes to being conventionally attractive. My personality has always carried me through. If you don't believe that attractive comes in all shapes and sizes, look at Jack Black. That guy's a remarkable person and he's a big guy. Story 22. Yes, I love the way my hair is long and the piercings that I have. After long years of self-loathing, I'm finally satisfied with the way I look. It turns out my features go really well with my face, more matured rather than when I was younger. Story 23. Yes and no. I do not find myself attractive, but a lot of people do. The problem is nearly everyone who admits to finding me attractive is someone I find unattractive. So it is essentially the same as nobody finding me attractive. Story 24. Nope, I used to be told in elementary school, I would date you but your nose, or you're pretty but your nose. So now I never feel enough. And if I like someone, it's like, I won't bother. Story 25. No, I am just some grotesque monster. I sincerely believe I was put here to help others feel better about their appearance. I am beyond hideous that not even surgery could help me. Story 26. I think I'm reasonably attractive, in pretty good shape, and have a great career to boot. I just don't have much of the two things women really want: hair and money. Story 27. Yes, I've been told by a number of people from different backgrounds that I should be happy with the way I look. I'm ultimately happy with that. Story 28. I think I'm alright, but it really depends on the day. Some days I feel confident, other days not so much. It's all about how you carry yourself, right? Story 29. My students tell me I'm ugly every day, but I tell them it's okay. I married a pretty wife, and I am not alone. I show them the picture of my wife in my wallet, and they are like, she's too pretty for you. It's fake. All in good jest, people tend to remember me after seeing me once on several occasions now. I asked a restaurant owner why he remembered me after coming once, and the response was, I look like an interesting person, and I am always smiling. Other teachers also called me the fashionista teacher because I dress well. I think in those terms, yes, attractive, but personally, I think I am average in the looks department. I just smile a lot and seem approachable. When talking to a person, I am very expressive and only focus on the person I am talking to. Little do people know, I have a lot of trouble multitasking and can only focus on one thing at a time, so people always have my full attention when conversing. People really like this. Who knew actually paying attention to a person talking equals being really liked? Haha. Story 30. All the people I've been with either said it directly or have led on to conclude that I'm not so noticeable in a crowd and possibly an 8 on the best of days. But I've got my humor and aura doing good for me, and I'm very okay with it. Story 31. I hardly have the energy to keep myself alive, and I definitely don't have enough to care what I look like. But apparently I am, according to what other people have told me. I can't tell if they're biased, though, as they're my friends and family. Story 32. 10 years ago now I'm just tall. I don't really judge myself. I leave that up to women. I've had enough women come on to me that I assumed I was attractive. Story 33. I think I'm decent looking because I have unique eyes and hair, and I am slim and tall. I'm slim because I'm disabled and have a hard time eating more than just apples throughout the day, depending on the day, outfit, and energy I have. Story 34. I do not find myself attractive, but I can recognize that I have desirable features. I have also been told I am pretty cute, so I am trying to be more accepting of myself. Story 35. I feel like I'm definitely on the attractive spectrum. Could be wrong, but I'm only 18. I'm 6'4", broad-shouldered with long blonde hair and a full beard. I hate it. I just want a Stephen Strange thing, but it grows alarmingly fast. I'm relatively strong with arm and leg muscle definition. I don't say built because I do have a belly, but it's not super bad. Like under a shirt, you can't tell. But to be fair, I think I'm awesome in most regards, so definitely biased. Story 36. Yeah, I do. Other people seem to disagree, but I know it's common for people to hold incorrect opinions through no fault of their own, so I don't get mad at them. Story 37. No. I say that because I am obese and not good at speaking with others. I do maintain personal hygiene and match my clothes, so I'm not seen as a total waste of space. Story 38. I don't think I'm ugly, but I'm a perfectionist, so I'm not the most confident I could be about my appearance. Although my friends have told me multiple times now that people have called me pretty in my absence, so I guess I'm attractive to some. Story 39. Everyone I know says I'm a good-looking guy and I should have a girlfriend by now, but every time I hear it, it makes my skin crawl, and I just want to rip all my skin off and throw it at them. Every time I look in the mirror, I don't see me. I see my father. I can't stand him. I get told all the time we could be brothers, but he psychologically abused me and then took me to a theme park once a year to apologize, but it would always start again before we even left the parking lot because he would say, "What the hell is wrong with you? Why would you act like that? That's the last time I do something nice for you." It turns out I am autistic and can't handle crowds, bright lights, or loud noises. I wouldn't be able to control myself and would freak out, making a scene in the process. He'd end up getting embarrassed and we'd leave only a few hours after getting there, but he didn't figure out it was a bad idea and a waste of money by the time I was 15. My childhood was pretty messed up from the first day I can remember up until my parents kicked me out with no warning as a way to wake me up on my 18th birthday. Story 40. I think so. Definitely think I'm getting better with age. Early 40s were peak years for me, but hybrid working has got me lazy with my appearance. Sweatpants living. Haven't even done my hair today, but I glam up well. Get complimented most weeks. Story 41. I did not always think I was attractive. I have features that are not perfect. The more I pay attention to the parts of me I do not like, the uglier I feel, and vice versa. I have become more confident as I have gotten older. Story 42. I never get complimented about my face, like being called handsome, except by family members, of course. Occasionally, I do get questions like, "Do you go to the gym?" from people outside. I'm not sure if that's considered attractive, but I try to teach myself to love and improve the person I see in the mirror every morning. Story 43. I'm gonna say I'm above average at the moment. I won't be winning any awards for beauty, etc., but after being a people watcher for years, I'd say average is a pretty low standard. Story 44. No, I personally do not consider myself to be exceedingly attractive. I attribute this to my wonderful sense of self-awareness. I have had reason to believe otherwise, but deep down I like to think I can see myself better than others. My best examples of this would be my humbling experiences with having pictures and videos taken of me against my will. Generally, I can look at an image or video of someone and distinguish whether or not I find them physically attractive. I can do the same with myself, and I do not. Story 45. I have a bartender's fake confidence, so I can usually trick some poor woman into thinking I have my life together pretty easily. But I stopped dating a few years ago to work on myself. Story 46. Honestly, I don't know what happened or why, but when my ex broke up with me, I got the biggest confidence boost. Even now, I feel like I'm the most attractive person to ever live. I've been so confident in myself and I don't even know what hit me. Story 47. No, I have negative self-worth and feel justified in that. My wife seems to disagree, but I could not tell you why. I hope this bout of therapy solves it. I can find beauty in everyone, but I really do not see it in myself. I can nitpick you or myself, but I find you to be charming. It might not be conventionally charming, but it is charming nonetheless. Story 48. I used to be. I would get asked out a lot, men always checked me out, and people would just randomly tell me I was pretty. Now I'm a burned-out pregnant mom trying to do the best I can for my family. I can still look pretty when I try, but my priorities have shifted, and I don't spend time on my appearance like before. It's okay though. I had my time as a hot girl, and it was fun, but I'm happier and more fulfilled now.